I never thought I'd be sitting here talking about a horror film starring the rock band Foo Fighters. But here I am. And it's epic. Welcome, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to talk about Studio 666. If this is the first time you are on my channel, I really do appreciate you stopping by. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, click that bell notification, and hit that like button to support the channel. Members of the rock band Foo Fighters move into a mansion to record their 10th studio album. Once in-house, singer Dave Grohl finds himself grappling with supernatural forces that threaten both the completion of the album and the band members' lives. So yes, this is a horror film starring Foo Fighters. And when I first heard of this movie, I thought it was a complete joke. Not that Foo Fighters are a joke, because they are a great band. Just the premise behind it seemed quite silly. To my surprise, this actually was a really good film. It is a funny film. But I enjoyed it much more than I thought I was going to. I thought it was just going to be like a meh kind of film with the Foo Fighters. But to my surprise, I actually really did like it. It does balance very nicely humor and horror. And it understands that it is a silly premise. It does venture into the territory of comedy. Quite often we see a lot of jokes, a lot of funny moments when the band is possessed and they're dealing with that supernatural forces. There is some humor within here, and they do embrace it. It's not where they are trying to be funny and it's not working. It's just them embracing that really odd premise and having the Foo Fighters behind it all. They're really embracing that, and then in that turn makes it pretty hilarious because they are just having a good time filming this movie. And then we have the horror aspect of it. Within the first 2 minutes of the film, it made it aware that it's going to be a horror film, and it's bloody. It is a really graphic film at times, which I was not expecting. But they do offer some really creative kills surrounding music, and I was just really impressed with it and shocked too that they went into this route with the horror film. As they headed to this mansion to record their 10th album, and they start to deal with the supernatural forces, and they're still trying to record that album, but things are happening to the band. The band Foo Fighters in here, I actually thought they were pretty good actors for being a band. We see a lot of musicians that kind of venture into acting, and they're just not the best at it. These are Oscar-worthy performances by any means, and they're not seeking any Academy Awards. They're just wanting to create something fun, and you really do get that feeling, and you actually do get some solid performances within here. Dave Grohl goes all in with this movie. He is absolutely insane in here. It's just so cool to see him in this kind of role. And the band, you just feel that chemistry. They're all there. They're all recording the album together. They're great at what they do. But we see that chemistry that makes the band so popular and iconic. We see that translated nicely into the movie. We see them working together to record the album. We see them trying to protect each other against the supernatural forces. You just feel that love and that connection that this band does have. So I was really happy with that because you kind of get to know them a little personally. And you also see their music style really come out and how they play off of each other as they're recording the album. And we see them practicing music too, and we see how good they are at what they do. So this movie just has a blend of a lot of great ideas that's really absurd, but also just really entertaining. It's never taken itself too seriously. The humor is there, the violence and graphic moments are there, but the band's love for each other and the chemistry is just flowing throughout the movie. It's also got a really interesting story too, that once has Jenna Ortega, who's having such a great year with The Fallout and Scream 5, and she's in an upcoming movie as well. We also had Will Forte in the movie as well, so there's some pretty fun cameos along the way. It's just embracing its really absurd idea, and really just going with that and giving us a really entertaining horror film that I enjoyed much more than I expected. I didn't know what to expect from it, besides just a movie with Foo Fighters, and it just seemed like a really stupid idea, but it is. But just a lot of fun. So if you enjoy Foo Fighters as a band and you think their music is great like I do, I mean, I'm not like a super fan of Foo Fighters. I'm aware of the band and I've listened to their music before. But if you enjoy the band, definitely check this movie out. It's funny, it's violent, it's just got a lot of things working for it. So before I give you my score for Studio 666, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie-related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit the subscribe button to get it all in one spot. And if you would like to see where Studio 666 ranks amongst all the other 2022 releases I have seen this year, make sure to follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking list. I'm going to go ahead and give Studio 666 a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for Studio 666 starring Foo Fighters, of all people. Make sure to check out this film in theaters and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.